Well, hello YouTube from exciting Thursday. Well, it's actually second day of racing at Cadwell Park for Time Attack UK 2023 season. That's a good one! I must confess, guys, I was really bad and I did not feel anything from the first round, which was yesterday, Sunday, the 31st or 30th of April. Today is the 1st of May, so it's the second round, but because it's a double head, I figured, you know, yesterday I'll just enjoy myself after spending all these weeks building the car. So here we are. This is my chariot of the day, kindly provided by the one and only Mr. RuskiWeldFab Eden. That's his sort of truck slag. Yeah, Bingley Mega Cheapy Civic. Amazing little machinery. Yeah, and yesterday I actually ended up finishing third in Club and Retro class, which is a bit of a surprise. I mean, this thing is bog standard 1.6 D16 engine, 8 valve, 130 horse, nothing done to it, literally just, yeah, even running stock brakes, everything, but so much fun. Today the format is the same, I'm sure you're all familiar, so it's 4 sessions: practice, warm-up, practice, qualifying and final. They did change their timings for qualifying and final. Now we're running 20 minutes. They also changed something to do with how points are accumulated in qualifying. I'm still not 100% sure. I'm sure once I see the score sheet, I'll be able to tell what kind of changed. But yeah, yesterday we had rain in the morning, and then we had glorious sunshine like this, and yeah, this thing performed remarkably well, apart from me boiling over the brake fluid in the final, and then I just had no brakes, so I could not better my time. But sneakily, between me and you guys, I was in for second place in Club and Retro, which would have been nice. I mean, third is good. Third is the last winner. Second would have been middle winner. But yeah, we bled all the brakes with new fluid, so that should be all good. Same tires, Air 1. It's glorious today. Rain it's been promised by the Met Office, but you know how it is, and Cadwell usually has its own sort of meteorological climate over here. So we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, Micra, Eden's Micra, RuskiWeldFab Micra super turbo had some issues yesterday, so we were fixing, well, mainly him. I was just basically just handing him scalpels and stuff, and you know, yeah, until 12 o'clock we were fixing. The basically has a new gearbox that was rebuilt 4 times yesterday, and yeah, we'll see what happens. The reason why I'm here and everyone is out is because I came in. I had a bit of a boo-boo. Yeah, it's wet, it's slippery, so I kind of kissed the tire wall ever so slightly. So I thought I will just come in, check if there is no more damage. Doesn't seem to be any damage, literally just superficial kind of graze. It wasn't even hard. Good like new. Yeah.
I wondered why you stopped.
Yeah. I'll have some onboards, as always. I never put them for practice, so there is no onboard of this being all squiggly. So yeah, but I promise you, you will see all the other sessions, little snippets. So yeah, stay tuned. It's time again. It's a weird thing how between the practice and that we have such a small gap, but then such a massive gap. And I guess it's probably a good thing that you have to, if you have to fix something between your practices and qualifying, then you have actually more time. So yeah, we found a problem with the Micra. I'm sure that it's going to be on Eden's video. I'm glad I got that on film. Yeah, the wire got loose on the isolator button and the engine mount was not attached completely. So yeah, all fixed. And now we're going out. At first practice, so second run of the day. Yeah. Oh, come on. Why?
Why?
I've been told yesterday to do that. No, the reason why I'm asking why is because yesterday Marshall said take your pin out. So
Right then, so if the pin is out and you need to get that out of there, where'd you grab it? The handle? No. Right, yeah, you do that.
No, but that's why I'm asking why, because I was actually surprised because they never told me to take the pin out before. That's why I was
Hand out fire extinguishers,
yeah.
You leave the pin out.
Yeah.
You leave the pin in,
Yeah.
because when you clip that and grab that, you'll set it off.
Well, that's what they told me
Or
yesterday.
if that comes undone and shoots across,
Yeah.
it's going to go off.
That's what I thought was a bit weird. It was like, okay.
Hand out fire extinguishers, pin stops in.
Okay.
Okay, we got your seatbelt sorted
Yeah,
there then.
yeah.
Right?
Alright, thank you. So here we go, guys. Yeah, that was sort of a conflicting advice from a scrutineer the day before, where they said remove the pin, to which I thought that was a bit weird. You only remove it when you want to use it. But yeah, this scrutineer, didn't catch his name, said, well, he clarified it basically. He said if it's a handheld, you keep your pin inside. If it's plumbed in, then you remove it. Alright, so we are setting off for our first practice. This is the second run of the day. And this is something new. You're probably hearing me talk. Something new I want to try. To be honest with you, Eden, RuskiWeldFab, my boy, tried it on his vlog video, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It kind of gives extra dimension to the whole video and sort of explanation, so to speak. So I'm gonna try to do pretty much the same. It's difficult to talk on the fly about what's going on, so I'm just gonna sort of practice. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you want me to carry on. So just an out lap at the moment. Gonna warm up the tires, check the surface again, because obviously in between runs we have drifters, we have different classes, so sometimes different fluids can be spilled. You can see on the first corner. I'm actually really bad with corners, but this was Charlie's, well, just above Coppice Charlie's, there was a bit of a sort of oil on there. Going up the park straight behind Andy, who actually came first in both rounds, so just warming up the tires. And I think it's probably time for us to go for a full lap. So here we are. To be honest with you, most of those laps are going to be pretty full on, because the car I'm driving is 130 horses, 1.6 D16 engine, I believe, Honda. It's more than 25 years old. So I'm going into Coppice absolutely flat in this thing, doing around 109 miles an hour. If you ever been to Cadwell, you will know Coppice is a massive hill, so no wonder I can do it flat. Now I'm on a park straight, shifting into fourth. I'm trying to give it everything I have. As you can see, you can't even reach top end of the fourth gear. I generally try and get on the brakes pretty late, but the brakes are standard in this car, so I'm not 100% confident with them. I'm trying to do my best, and actually Eden told me that you know you're on a good lap if you can hit a limiter in third in this corner, which is crease curve. I don't think I ever did, but the gooseneck I really like, and I'm pretty much doing it flat out. Mansfield, hard brake into the second, and we are off onto, actually that's not really corner. I'm trying to look on the map as well because I need to learn the corners. And the mountain, probably the favorite among everyone, almost pretty much flat. Feels like you're getting some air, but believe me, in this car you're not getting any air. The mountain, whole bands, mini Nürburgring, and this is where I lost it the lap before, right there on the left. Pretty much doing exactly what I was doing, but I think I was a little bit too fast. Again, hairpin, second gear, and now we're kind of feathering it in the third, full throttle, hit the limiter, and finish, well, cross the finish line. So yeah, that's the full lap for practice. So lunchtime is over. Yeah, that's me. So lunchtime is over. Weather is looking good. We're about to go and do our qualifying. The car feels good. The brakes feel okay. Eden managed to fix his car. I have my air fresheners in a windscreen that you can buy from my web shop. And not much else to say really, apart from, yeah. Let's ask this lovely gentleman.
You showed him the damage. Let my car out to some Russian geezer and he bends it. Now me, the mad scientist, I've got to take the door off tomorrow, go B&Q, get some Dulux paint matched and buy a new roller to repair it.
I made it better.
Yeah, I suppose.
So here we are, qualifying session. It's the third section of the day. I'm behind Eden in his super spicy Micra. It's an out lap, so we're just gonna warm up our tires. Again, like I said before, check for fluids on the track, whatnot. I really like to follow him for some reason, just to see what his car is doing, because I feel I can give him some valuable feedback, but he always tends me to just let me go, so I just smoke him here for a little bit. Yep, just like that in my, well, his 130 horsepower Honda, and off we go. Proceed to warm up our tires. I think it's time to go for a full lap again, guys. Well, as you can see, the weather is quite nice. To be honest with you, all of those laps are pretty full on, so it's difficult to pick the fastest one. Again, into copies, flat, and I think I picked this lap because I'm following this lovely Sirocco. I actually have a really soft spot for them, but I think it's nice to actually follow the car so you can actually see what the other car is doing and kind of, you know, compare yourself. So just passing Mark in his Clio 172. So I'm on the park straight again, trying to catch up with this guy. Late on the brakes, hard turn right, touching the apex. Sorry, Mr. Palmer, might have clipped a little bit of your grass. Again, crease curve, almost flat out. Well, flat out, but not touching the limiter. Cutting the corner as much as possible at the gooseneck, and I'm catching up with him. I believe in corners I am a little bit superior in my little Honda, but he definitely has some legs on the straights. As you can probably see here, after the Mansfield he is pulling away. We're catching up with him before the mountain, going into the mountain, and you can probably see he's actually catching a little bit of air. Now you can't really see it. Thinking whether I can overtake him or not. He's pretty fast, so he just stays ahead. I'm trying to be as close as possible, just to see if I have an opportunity to overtake or he will let me pass. Hairpin, second gear, now into barn again, third gear, hitting the limiter, straight, trying everything I can out of this 130 horsepower Honda. And suddenly he decides to let me pass, but unfortunately that's a little bit too late because the lap is already ruined. Not because of you, just because I decided not to go full on.
So that was our qualifying session. I personally think that it all went well. Yeah, we're just changing the wheels, left side to right side. Oh, and we just discovered that there's some slight wobble. I thought it felt a bit weird. I guess I'll report back on it, but in the current condition I don't think that there's anything more I can squeeze out of this. So 145 is pretty much the limit. Yeah.
Civic guy? Oh. Yeah.
Hopefully your bearings on that.
That could have been bad. Yeah. And here's a proof, a living proof, ladies and gentlemen. Nut and bolt check every time. because yeah, this can happen. So I thought it felt a bit sort of wobbly in places, but I kind of didn't really give it much thought, because it wasn't, it was still fine, it was still handling okay. But yeah, now we're changing the tires, because obviously most UK circuits you go around, well, obviously you go around in one circle, so there's the majority of the corners are usually sort of on the left hand side, so obviously the left hand side, the right hand side, the left hand side wears out more than the right hand side, so sometimes it's a good idea to sort of put the left side onto the right side, just to give it a bit more sort of grip, or the outer rub on this. But yeah, that's lucky, because this is literally, this nut is what holding the whole hub together, so that could have been interesting. Also, I think it's a good idea to do a quick bleed, because we've done it twice before, but the pedal is going a little bit, not spongy, but sort of a little bit too far. The rears are fine, but I'm just concerned. Why not? I mean, it takes 2 seconds.
Alright, so here we go, final run of the day, and is the actual final. We'll see what I can achieve, and I believe this is probably the fastest, the most hairy lap I've done. The car dances under me in Charlie's. I obviously catch it. I try to use every inch of the track possible. The tires I'm actually running are 225 Air 1 tires, so the grip is decent, but lack of power is quite apparent. But to be honest with you, power is not everything. The car is just so enjoyable to drive. It's really informative and gives you lots of feedback. So again, crease curve, full on. What I do is slightly lift, cut the corner as much as possible. It's a bit blind, it's actually quite scary. You really need to know that corner. Hard on the brakes, second gear, touching the apex. It's pretty early on this one. Come out really wide, third gear, cutting this corner again. I'm still not sure why they don't call them as corners. Again, hard on the brakes, second gear, left turn into the mountain. And I have to apologize for this cam footage. I have been actually trying to do left foot braking. I have to admit, not on the fast lap, so this is probably from one of the other laps. I really need to find a way to properly sync them, so it's probably a little bit out of sync, but I am trying to learn how to left foot brake. I've been told that it greatly helps. And we are almost through the finish line, and I believe this was 1 minute 45 something.
Today's result, in third is Ilya Krylov. Second place, Eden Young.
What the hell?
And our Glasgow Retro winner, setting a new lap record in the process, Andy Gray.
Yeah.
Careful, monster.
Then we can take my ego pile.
This way, guys.
Clubman next. Third place goes to Mark Blackburn.
Good job.
I can't wear this.
One for Caltech, picture and stuff.
Good job.
Sun mark that one.
Good job.
Sun mark that
Good
one.
job. Good job.
And our Clubman winner today is
What was that? I
Jonathan
don't know.
James.
Call me.
Call me! So I'm just trying to finish this video for you guys to go live right now, and I realized I did not film any outro. As always, you know, you get so busy sort of after the presentation and everything. But yeah, extremely happy that we got 1, 2, 3 on the podium, me, Eden, and Andy, and yeah, couldn't ask for more. Well, I could have been first, but yeah, the competition was pretty stiff. I mean, the spicy miker is pretty fast. If you haven't subscribed to Eden's channel, please do. He's my teammate, Team Haltech for this year and for many years. I mean, good friend of mine, helped me a lot. There's gonna be plenty of videos of us making things for Novi. So definitely want to thank him first of all for letting me borrow his car. I'm sorry, mate. It'll buff out, you know. It's, you know, I know you don't care, but anyways, it was extremely pleasurable to drive the car. I was really enjoying it. Every time people will ask me, how do you find a Honda? I loved it, honestly, amazing. Hopefully not gonna need it for any more rounds, but you never know. Also want to thank Edward. You know how much you helped, and for all your catering and help and pushing us along and everything. All the other lads who've been in the paddock, everyone, you know, from the Clio Hub team, and I'll probably forget everyone. I mean, obviously Tigiwa, obviously Haltech, all the sponsors, Octane Distribution, GFB, Funk Motorsport, Truck Obsession, Darenza, Easy Composites, Grid. If I am forgetting somebody, I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, everyone, thank you so much. Without you, it would be very difficult. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Enjoy the video. By the way, I really wanted to bring to your attention, I have custom keychains. On one side says RuskiWeldFab, another side Build Not Bought, my motto. So if you would like to support me, the build, the channel, if you like what I do, I sell them in the shop. They're fairly cheap, very competitive. It's cloth, it's bright orange, well, yellow, so you'll never lose your keys. And also air fresheners with current full Kevlar Clear on it, blueberry sand, 2.5 grams of sand, very long lasting, amazing smell. I actually stolen the smell from Jelly Bean, the blue one. So yeah, everything is in the shop. If you want to support, please do buy, and every single penny goes right back into the Clio. And on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you at Brands Hatch.